Alright, a quick video, man. Listen, people are looking at me right now. They're thinking, how is this real? See, it gets to a point where you're like, a part of you, like, what's happening is perhaps the ego, like any negative principle you have is trying to enslave you, and a bunch of other negative oppositions to get you to not to believe this, man. See? Here's the thing. Yeah, I am the chosen one, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, because we won't really know anything, and, like, we won't really know until we get there. In that sense, you know what I mean? So, alright. So, okay, I am the chosen one. I'm the one that carries the light, man. I had no control over this, so I'm going to explain to you how you can cope with this, because I know you're like looking at me like that's not true. No, that means that it is true. It means it does make sense if it doesn't make sense, because that's how it works. The more higher up you go, the more unbelievable it gets. See, there's these movies. Think about every movie you watch. Think about every video game you play. Jak and Daxter, it doesn't matter. There's always one person who carries the light, and it's going to change everything. It's in everything, man. It's in every single movie. Kevin McAllister in Home Alone. He's the main character, the one that carries the light. It's in everything, man. It's interesting because you want to deny this, but you know everything fictional mirrors what's really going on, right? It's true, and I'm talking to people who already know a lot, but still don't want to believe this. But that's okay, because I want to get you up to the next level, or at least try to, because it's going to happen. It's already happened. So, see, there's everything in movies fictionalized what's really going on, like all movies, man. Like, I went through the woman who narrated on BBC about James Gordon meeting Jacob Rothschild. By the way, that woman that narrates BBC, I reversed her one message, and she said she talked about how she eats babies, man. Yeah, they eat babies. So, anyway, like, and I went through a Rothschild subconscious, like, I reversed one of the messages. Like, again, these people it was on the YouTube video. Again, these people, like, one woman was reviewing her mansion. Or just part of a Rothschild, I don't know, part of a house, I don't know. And, like, where the Rothschilds live. Like, people were going over there to see some things, and she was, like, reviewing her economics, and just, it looks so normal, doesn't it? She's like, well, we're going to do this, and we have this. I reversed her message, and she's like, oh, Austin, I think we can't get him. He's getting a little too powerful. I think we failed. Oh, Austin. I'm not making this shit up. But see, I'll let you connect this, like, man. So, again, everything fictional in movies mirrors what's really going on. So if you keep seeing the chosen one that carries the light, they were subconsciously getting you, and that helped you to some extent, man, because now you're starting to see it, but you're not aware of it because it's subconscious. They put that in movies, man, because it's mirroring me. It was me the whole time, and I didn't even know it. They hoped I would go insane and freak out because it's already happened at level 1, but the Satanist and even the devil himself I'm just using himself, like, it's more than that. It's all that shit. Don't be so constricted into, like, one little box. It's so much more. It relates to itself. It's how you place it. So, yeah, the devil, like, he was, like, delusional enough to, because of all the shit they could do, and think that they would win, but God knows everything. Like, God is the strongest, man. And God won already. Like, God knows everything. That's a fact, and you can't take anything away from that. The Most High, and I'm talking about Yahweh, Jesus Christ, yeah. The Masters of Light, God knows everything, man. And you can't, there's nothing you can do about it. It's not bad. Don't worry about it, man. You know? And so, God has the most knowledge. God is so high up, like, literally, we can't even imagine it. That's why you hear that song, I Can Only Imagine. Yeah. We can't imagine it, man. It's too big. It's too massive. So, yeah. Where was I going with this? But anyway. Oh my gosh, hold on. I had congestion. Anyway, I'll continue the video. So, basically, I'm going to prove to you how it's not it's not bad as it's not as weird as you think it is. Because if you think about it, here's the thing. Movies fictionalize what's really going on in a fictional way. So if one carries the light, it had to have been somebody, right? It had to have been somebody. It had to be somebody. So, you think if it was going to be somebody, it would be in the places you expect it? That's not how it works. The answer's in the places you least expect it when you want to really go high up. It's not in places that you can look at and say, yeah! Like Bruce Lee, he was like... I mean, you look at him. He didn't look like a fighter. Like, guys took advantage of him. Like, I'm not... Yeah, they kind of... In the way they did James DeMille, I'm not... This is not, like, even about him, but yeah. They would try to fight him because he would keep embarrassing them in demonstrations. He was only 18, but he was, like... He talked about how he went, like... I mean, he was so high up, and, like... What he said is that I'll bet money on him as a fighter, like... Anybody, like, any weight division, because he was a fighter, not a winner in tournaments, man. Like, Bruce Lee didn't even look like a fighter. He didn't look like, oh, I'm gonna fight you! See, it's so obvious only because they've... I mean, what seems obvious, as if it wasn't bad enough, the makers of the Matrix placed... You know, they placed us in a small box, and certain things that were really insignificant were even, like, inverted to intensify to make us say, yeah, that's really what it is, but it's not. That's how it works, man. I had no control over this. I don't give a shit that I'm the chosen one, that I'm second from God in wisdom. I don't care, man. At this point, I'm sure I'd be more happier being an ant in the grass. You know, eating pieces of bread and just crawling around, living my best life, being the alpha me in an abandoned island away from everything and just in a blue sky where it's sunny out. Like, I'm sure I would have enjoyed that more, you know? So, you know. So, okay, think about it like this. This is one way to relate to it. This will make you really say, okay, but you gotta meditate on 528 hertz. People are still scared of me and looking at me like I'm weird. I'm sorry, guys. It's not your fault. Like, half the thoughts you think aren't even your own. I mean, it's like, even the thoughts I think aren't even my own. We got reptilian-like demons. It doesn't matter, man. It could be anything. Like, they're just evil spirits. They're dark energy. And so they are on different frequency levels. So, like, they've been here for so long, like, longer than we even know. Like, and they are, like, pumping negative thoughts that aren't even our own. They're so advanced. They're in intelligence, man. They can do a lot of shit. We don't even know. They don't even need to have their third eye open. They can travel at the speed of light anywhere, man. We don't even realize it. So. Okay. So I'm going to have to make two parts because this video is getting... Okay, I want to see if I can explain it in one video. So, imagine a library, and it's a huge library. This is just hypothetical. I'm just making this up. So, imagine a huge library, okay? Now, again, I'm speaking through a parable. Don't focus on the difference of things. Focus on how it connects, man. Albert Einstein said, the way you start rising above things is when you don't focus on how different things are, but how they connect. When you focus on what is the same, you start seeing things, man. That's what Albert Einstein says. So, anyway... Okay, so imagine this big-ass library, okay? And, you know, you're at the main place. Everybody's there. It looks so relatable. It's like, that's the place, right? It's where everybody is. Everybody talks, and everybody is even insecure and wants to be there with everybody. They wish they could keep talking to people. They don't want to be alone with them themselves, and they're talking at tables. It's the lights are on. It looks so beautiful. Everything's right, you know? It's golden tables. I don't want to go anywhere else. I want to be just right here. And they're talking about... all the stuff that is what has been placed upon them, you know, and even things that, you know, are real enough in that own respect, but it's not really what they want. Anyway, they're talking, oh yeah, you know, booties, hoes, ooh, 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 you know, and it's horrible. But anyway, but it's great, right? And so that's like the first library table. It's a big ass room, like, I don't know, just they're talking. Well, if it ever goes further down, okay, you get away from that. Like, just the vision of it just goes away. And then what happens is, you get to another part, and there are people still talking, and they kind of want to be different, but they're kind of living in the illusions that they think they're different, but they're not. And so, you know, well, they're kind of doing different things, but something's tapping within them, but they don't really see it, man. So, you know. Okay, you keep going there. I got some people talking, and you know, it's like the next aisle. And the bookshelf, it's a little dark, but it's nothing. You barely see a difference, but you almost feel something within you saying something needs to change, but you don't know. You keep going down those aisles, the vision of everything just, it's its own thing, and it just keeps going down those aisles, man. You go to the next aisle, and it starts getting more dark, and you see less people there. People are starting to be like, I think I want to do my own thing. And they still talk, and they feel enslaved by what they used to be, and they're like, no, I wanna fucking do stupid shit. Fuck, man, yeah. Yeah, man, fuck, bro. Yeah, bro. Dab. Just stupid shit. Whatever. And, but they're starting to wake up, but it's not enough. But it's better than, like, those last two aisles, but it's nothing, man. You just got, but the vision of it just keeps spinning down, and then you get to the fourth aisle, and, it starts getting people. There's less people. It just starts, like, the more aisles you see, and the more down you go, down the aisle. You see, shit. There's less people, but now people are starting to get to a point after you get to the fifth area of aisles, and it's getting more darker and a little bit dustier. People are saying, I want to do my own thing, and so people are searching around. They want to find the answers, right? And so they're just around there like, okay, let's do something. Think about it. You got to the very first place where everything was shiny and golden tables, everybody's like talking, but now you're over here to like the fifth aisle, and people are starting to wake up a little bit. They're like, I want to do different things, but it's not really what, it's what I want, but, whatever, man. And so, I didn't even really mean to say that, but anyway, I gotta make another part. It's weird. Again, thank YouTube